So today we're going to look at the Electoral Commission, and we would handle the following objectives. We're going to describe it, state its feature, functions, and then challenges facing the Electoral Commission. Now, for topics like this, in order to deepen your understanding, when we mention challenges like this, it would be fantastic if you can provide solutions to some of these challenges. It may show that we have a deeper understanding of the issue at heart. Now, by the way, let's get down to business. So the Electoral Commission is the body that is usually established by the government and is charged with facilitating, conducting electoral issues within the country. So it's a body that is usually established by the government to organize and facilitate election activities in a country. So conduction of free, fair, credible election is part of their stock in trade, what they do. Now, this commission has both constitutional and legal backing. So the constitution allows for their existence, and they are also backed by the law. So currently, we have the Independent National Electoral Commission in Nigeria, right? We call it INEC. Now, the appointment of members of this commission is for a fixed term, and they are headed by a chairman. And we also have national commissioners in the respective 36 states in Nigeria, right? So take note of that. The current chairman of INEC is, I think, Atahiru Jega. We had Professor Mahmoud Yakub. We had Professor Maurice Iwu and the likes. So what is the feature of this Electoral Commission? It should be non-partisan. It must be politically neutral, right? There is a security of tenure for the chairman as well as the members of this body so that they can discharge their duties efficiently. Now, the Electoral Commission should be provided with adequate funds so that they can pay their staff regularly and conduct their affairs accordingly. They should be backed by the law. They should have legal and constitutional backing so that they can discharge their duties efficiently. Now, it is normal to assume that they are independent, that they can't be influenced by the organs of government. They should also have a good understanding of the political terrain of the country, because it is in that field that they are meant to discharge their duties, carry out their responsibilities, right? So what are the functions of INEC? What are their functions? First of all, dividing the country into electoral constituencies so that they can conduct elections properly, right? So also register political parties, register candidates, also register the electorates, those who are eligible to vote. So they are charged also with organizing, undertaking, and supervising of electoral activities throughout the length and breadth of the country. The registered political parties and candidates, I have mentioned that, and they provide comprehensive voters register, right, of all the registered electorates in the country. They will update these registers as and when due, right? Take note of the following points. So they issue voters card to eligible voters. So all the voters card we have, it is issued by INEC. So they provide polling booths, ballot boxes, ballot papers, all the necessary materials we need for election. They recruit, train, and deploy their staff that will conduct election on the required days. So it's a Herculean task, right? They count and collate votes that were cast by electorates and also announce electoral results as well. So they enlighten the public on the system of voting, the type of party system, etc., that takes place in the country. So the work is enormous. I'm going to stop here. You can read up the rest and see from letter A to letter O. Now, what are some of the problems that they may face? Number one is interference by government officials, electoral malpractices. It may not be their fault, or it may be issues beyond their control. They also have logistic challenges when they move materials from one place to another, from Abuja to the 36 states. from the 36 states to all polling units around the states. So another challenge is inadequate voters register. If it is not adequate enough or does not reflect the situation at hand, that means maybe a lot of people who got registered can't find their names there, or they never had enough voters card, those who registered. So ineffective communication, the inability of the staff to communicate with their base, returning results, upload results from the different polling arenas or polling booths, right? Insufficient electoral materials. So when they lack materials, the adequate materials to conduct election, lack of security on the days of election, low level of literacy, voters' apathy, when the people are not interested in voting, partisan activities of some of their members, when some of the members, maybe they were induced or bribed to take sides with political parties instead of remaining non-partisan, right? So these are some of the issues we see. Can you proffer solutions to some of them? Can you look at some of these issues and give meaningful solutions that could address these problems, right? If you can, that should be lovely. You should be able to give out at least 5 meaningful solutions. Remember, we looked at the Electoral Commission, who or what they are, their features, their functions, and some of the challenges they may face. So if you have any question, put it in the comment section. Let's take a look at it. If you have clarifications as well, we'll be expecting it in the comment section as well too.